Hello, this is CL, and this is part 1, take 2, because the original part 1 was, I had to delete it because my computer decided to screw around with it, so, oh boy, it's going to be one of those days. For some reason part 1 is always bad for me, so, again, this is part 1 of Hero Club Security Breach, aka My Academia, Fanny's Fazclaire's Nightclub / and Final Freddy's Security Breach. I do not own nothing. I'm just trying to do the story. And again, on YouTube I got to use pictures. So here we go. After class 1A, 1B, did another Hero class training. They go back to the locker room, and of course Sue's phone going off. He grabbed it, read it, and said, "Oh, good lord, who is it, nerd?" My dad. What did he do this time? Ida, would you please mind? Okay. So, of course, Teeny Ida read it. He read it heavily. So he read it. Then he read it a few more times out loud. He said, "Wait, what?" So he explained everything about his mom, about his dad's luck, when drunk, when not drunk. By the time that he got fully clothed and headed out, along with girls, they literally said, "Dude, your dad is weird." Yeah, but again, not his first time. What do you mean? So he talked about his bioquark. The weirdness of it. Because we got back to class, so the source there said, "What quark? Bioquark. It's a long story. Explain." Okay, so he explained everything. He wrote everything down about when he was quarkless and all the way towards what happened. When he got done, they said, "Oh my God." So the star said, "Look, me and Kasuki, we had a long talk. Yes, and we let it go. We literally let it go." He said, "Okay." Okay, and that was it. So they went back to their dorms. He changed, and of course he packed stuff up. So he went to sleep. Next morning, he got up, heavily changed. Of course, he finished packing, and of course, he packed everything up because he moved to storage so that he could keep it a little more safer. Because he sold almost all of his All Might merchandise, except for probably 3 posters, his statue collection, and also his onesies. That was it. Of course, he left headed home. Of course, he got a ride from Tosanoyagi. Of course, he explained everything about his quark, about everything, to his mom. When he got done, of course, Ingo said, "Well, this is a lot to take in. Sorry, Mom." Because him and Inko, they hugged. Mother and son, hugging. So after that, he did some old. So after that, he helps Mom pack everything up properly. Turns out, Inko said that your father wants to move to America, fully. So what about the apartment building? Turns out we have to sell it. I said, "That's fine. Not a problem." So I said, "Don't worry, Sensei. Oh, by the way, Tosanori, my husband didn't ask you to, since he told me everything, would you mind tell him everything about the quark? Just maybe that my husband can help you." Again, the original part 1, I didn't do this at all, but again, this one, I want to put this in because I forgot to put it in. So later on, the fic, I can actually keep going. He said, "Sure thing." So he wrote everything down about the quark, the hotel history, everything. He got done in about 2.5 hours. And in those 2.5 hours, he saw young Midoriya and Mrs. Midoriya packed everything up. They started with the living room, the bathroom, the kitchen, which all the excess food. And he could decided, I'm going to pack everything up. I'm going to give it to the neighbors. That's a good idea. Of course, another pro hero was actually Miss Midnight. Again, sorry. Said, Miss Midnight, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. Sorry. Again. Yeah. Good. Now it turns out the Bakugos have to pack up too because they have a giant size fasten sign coming up in America. Well, Kasuga's definitely gonna love that. He's far away from us and he's able to relax a little bit. Where at? New York City. Is that Will? Yeah, Dad is. Your father is. Okay. Also, he did say there was a giant size game coming up there, and he really wants to go. Indeed. That's right, Totonori. Sensei, what about my training? He said, I think Stars and Stripes has some time on. Maybe she can help you. And Dad did work on a new invention of his. Gravity training. It allows you to... So he explained a bit more. If you know about Dragon Ball Z, you know about the name. Hyper Gravity Chamber. So he explained a little bit more. He said, wow, that's definitely help out a lot. Yeah, problem is that he can reach up to 600. And I need to use it a few times, maybe. So after that, of course, Asuka made just simple lunch for him, his mom, Totonori, and also, turns out, Miss Midnight there. So, Miss Midnight said, I'll help you. And, of course, he helped pack her room up fully. Of course, he looked at some of the pictures of Ho and Hasume. So he saw, wow. He told us everything. They're going through a lot of therapy. Indeed. But that's the coolest still around, though. What about the students and the principal? They got us scot-free. Great. Indeed. So, they keep packing. Of course, Miss Midnight, I can't remember her name probably. I can't say her name probably. Again, I'm sorry. Literally said, why don't you just lose the excess weight and get back to your own youthful self? I wanted to, but all the stressfulness of both of my jobs. Mom, I keep telling you, just get rid of one. It's okay. All the excess training I'm doing and all the excess, plus also the sidekick gig is definitely helping us out a little bit. Indeed. Nez will be teaching me how to invest properly. That's good. Did you give you 2 weeks notice, Mom? I did. And they tried to actually say no to it, but I already told them I already quit. That'd make them mad. Indeed. So they pack everything up onto Totonori's truck. And of course, Totonori, he's still American of heart. Of course, he had a nice, small, little, was it K-truck? I think. Yeah, K-truck. Of course, he took over to a nearby super container, which they have their names on it, and packed everything up properly. Of course, they're going to be put onto a boat and sent off to America. After that, Totonori came back with young Midoriya. They talked a little bit more before him and Miss Midnight, I can't remember her name properly. Of course, after he hopped into his truck and took off, they set everything up properly, and they still have the original couch that came with the. So they decided to keep the furniture here and put plastic around it to keep it a little safe. Then they took a small nap. When they woke up, it's around, let's say 8:30. No, let's say around 6:30. They got up. A little before they had left, they made a healthy but good, balanced supper. When they did, they headed out, and they got back to the plane, and they took off. Because Tosanori went along and dropped them off, say goodbye, they hugged, and they talked for about 2.5 hours until the plane half bolted. When the plane fully bolted, of course, Tosanori Washington flew off. He headed out, hopped back into his car, and drove back to UA, and yeah. On that plane, Isuku was able to have a long talk with his mom about this old quirk and how to handle it. Of course, he decided to use the bathroom one more time, and of course he took some bandages, wrapped his arm up, his arms and his fingers up, so that he doesn't accidentally use his quirk. So you mind him. So they hop in, they raided, and they took off. He's able to get some sleep. And this is yes, and I gotta keep saying on the 15th. Because it's nighttime, they took off. I'm gonna try to keep this thing look, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it now and do everything you do. So gotta go. See ya.